The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-rhymed them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing for you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday morning to you. I hope everybody is doing great. I hope everybody is up and at it this morning and get ready to get into these markets. This is a huge week, I think. I think we're starting to see some things going on in this market. I think we're starting to see some things that, are good and positive in this market, and starting to turn the corner a little bit. But we still have to be careful. There's still a lot of information out there that's yet to be gathered. We have the rate cuts that are coming here in the United States in September. We went over a little bit of them rate cuts in a video I put together and how these rate cuts really affect the market. And what we found out is that, a lot of times when they start cutting rates, the market seemed to tank a little bit for a little while. Great buying opportunity because the charts also showed that the markets start to come back, right? They start to come back after a while. And so if you're buying on a downside, it's definitely a great opportunity for that, right? We got that coming our way. We got a lot of stuff coming our way. I'm really kind of sitting back and just kind of waiting for these markets to settle in a little bit, waiting for these rate cuts to settle in a little bit, waiting for all of that to happen before I really truly go into the market. Ken, good morning, brother. Before I really truly go into the market, I'm kind of really waiting for these rate cuts to happen, because if you go, you watch that video I put out a couple of days ago, it shows when these rate cuts happen, like the market tanks a little bit, and just got to be careful, right? I don't think that you should be so necessarily worried about catching the bottom of any market or catching or selling out at the top of any market. I think it's more about being cautious. It's more about being really solid on where you're at and where the markets are going, rather than catching the bottom and selling at the top. Profits are profits, right? So, does it really matter whether you sell at the exact top? Probably not. But, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out this week. JP Morgan put out something I want to talk about today. Is JP Morgan put out, and JP Morgan's the biggest bank here in the United States. They put out a pretty good detailed interview about, where the CEO of JP Morgan, good morning, the junior, how are you, brother? Where they thought that the markets were going, right? And when you look at it, it's not bullish on where JP Morgan thinks that the markets are headed, right? So, they think that we're going to head for recession as well. And when the largest institutions start to talk, you got to start to listen a little bit and understand where we're headed. But I think with the rate cuts, we've shown, and we don't got to keep hammering away, but we've shown through the data that when these rate cuts start to happen, the markets start to actually go down. Let me see. Let's see here. Yeah, I heard something about that, Ken, about Nancy Pelosi's shorts on the market and stuff like that. Like, these guys know what's up. They know what's going on. it's unfortunate that we're in a situation where our politicians know what's going on with these markets and they're able to go in and make a crap ton of money while the regular retail investor gets smashed, right? Um, but yeah, I mean, JP Morgan, when they put out that report, it's something, it's just everything that we've been talking about for a while now, right? Stagflation, possible recession, all this stuff. And now you start to hear these larger institutions start to speak on it because, it's really looking like this is where we're headed. And when you look at the bond market, right? Not only in the United States, but around the world, right? It's all ran on bonds. I call them junk bonds, right? They print these bonds to cover the interest payments around the world, right? Not only in the United States, but around the world, right? They print these bonds to cover the interest rate payments on the loans that they've taken out against the national debt. And it's just this big vicious cycle, right? And when you look at the bond market, and we can take a look at it here in a minute, you can see that it's in red, right? Which means your bonds are losing value, right? Which means they have to print more money to cover the interest rate on the bonds that are now losing money. So it's this vicious cycle that we're in. And this is why I think that we're in for another downturn here before we go on a major upturn because of what's going on. What's up, Seiko? We up, baby. We're giving it 120. So this is why I think, we're in this vicious cycle of where we are, until we can get to a better place, right? Until we can get this inflation under control, until we can get um, the world debt under control, because this is a world problem. It's not just a United States problem, right? So it's a world problem. And I apologize for the stream on Monday, guys. I don't know what happened with StreamYard, but it locked up on me. It was crazy. And they went through a bunch of upgrades on StreamYard, and I don't know if that affected it or not, but there was a bunch of upgrades that I'm seeing on the back end of this thing that they went through, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if I got caught in the middle of the upgrades or what, but here we go, guys. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at this right now. So sorry about that, man. Yeah. I mean, Pelosi got caught out there trying to short the market again, man. But hope you made some money, Seiko. But yeah, Heat, what's going on, brother? What's going on, baby? Rise and shine, baby. What's up, Heat? How are you? Good morning. So, I think, I just think that that's where we are right now, right? I think, you've seen this pump in the market over the last couple of days. I don't think that, I think we're gonna pull back a little bit more, right? I think we're gonna pull back a little bit more. It's just these rate cuts and everything else. I just don't see the market really taking off right now. So, but you got the Asian markets, they closed all in red, looking pretty rough over there in Asia. European markets, where my boy Ken is, they opened up and they're looking decent, right? They're looking like they're all in green. They're looking pretty good. Pre-markets over here in the United States look like they're absolutely want to bleed out today. They had a great day yesterday. They look like they want to bleed out today. Apple had a good showing yesterday with its iPhone and the new iPhone Max and the AI components they're going to put in there, artificial intelligence that they're going to put in there. We'll get into a little bit of that here. I think I have an article here. Yeah, right here. When you look at AI tokens, ICP, FET, all these guys, Fetch, they had a big run up. Something that we really didn't talk about too much on this channel, but we probably should have. These AI projects had a nice run up leading into Apple's showcase that they were going to put on, right? Because it was all built around AI and the upgrades that Apple was going to make in their phones with AI and all that. So these tokens had a nice little run up because it's the meta. Remember, we always talk about the meta, right? Invest in the meta. Don't worry about what the projects are going to roll out. 9 times out of 10, you're never going to see what they promise you anyways, but you invest in the meta. So, these tokens, had a nice little run up, based on, a lot of what Apple was gonna put out, right? And then once Apple on Monday, I'm sorry, it was Monday that they rolled this stuff out. Um, that they did this, you seen these tokens drop in prices because a lot of people that bought into the hype of what they thought that they were going to hear on Monday from Apple, they didn't hear it, right? So, obviously they bought the Meta and sold the Meta as well. So, be careful, when you're in these Meta AI plays and stuff like that, that any news or anything like that can really tank the price down quite significantly. So, I mean, I don't know what people was expecting out of Apple, right? I don't know that if people were really expecting Apple to come out and say, "Hey, we're going to use Fetch," you know what I mean? We're going to use Fetch, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Like, they just weren't going to come out and say that. Now we know Jasmine's being probably introduced into some of the Apple phones over there in Japan. But how that rolls out, when that rolls out, what that looks like, we'll see, right? We'll see what happens, right? But obviously Jasmine got a big push up when that news came out. So, but we'll see. We'll see what's up with that, right? Coffee time, baby. So, but yeah, so these tokens took a nice little hit as the market started to come, as Apple started to roll their stuff out. iPhones look really good. I'm not an iPhone user, but that phone looks absolutely. It does look decent though. I'm not an Apple user. Stock futures fall as traders brace for August consumer index report. CPI. I don't think that we're gonna see. Cheese. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I don't think that we're going to see a good CPI, right? Like let's be honest. What's going on, Cheese? How are you? Good morning to you, brother. But I don't think that we're going to see a good inflation data report, guys. Like I just don't. Like you know, I keep telling you guys, just look outside, right? Just look outside and go to the store, do all that stuff, and it'll let you kind of know where we are, right? Where we are. Morning, brother. Morning. So these stock prices fall. We're waiting for the CPI. What I'm really waiting for though is really the FOMC meeting, right? Before I really put any big money or any of the money that I've taken out for profits back into the market or anything like that, I'm really waiting to see what this FOMC meeting is going to bring, right? I think that's the key right there. Good morning, my man Selmo. Yo, man, Selmo, man. Um, why Trump said that the people were eating dogs, man? Why you say that, man? Out there, man. You guys eating dogs out there, man. So he said that last night, man. That just had me dying, man. I was rolling. This cat said that they were eating dogs, man. Uh, but yeah. So I mean, I'm really waiting for these rate cuts to come in and see how the market reacts to that. I think that's going to be key. I think there's going to be opportunities there, right? There's going to be opportunities for us to buy once all that happens, right? Once all that happens. So you know. I don't think that we're going to be eating dogs or anything like that. I don't think it's going to get that bad. But rest assured, though, that stagflation to me is something that we've been talking about for over like a years and some change now as a possibility. I still have that on the radar as a possibility as some stagflation happens. There was a report the other day that the job market itself here around the world is going to be, a lot of the AI is starting to take some of the jobs and things like that, and I believe that that's happening. So there's a risk there. There's a risk there. Oh, orange cat. Oh, yo, you eat cats, man. So no, we ain't gonna be eating dogs and cats and stuff like that. So like, I mean, but stagflation is real, you know what I mean? So it's one of these things I believe that we've hit a little bit of stagflation, already, where, inflation's going up, the rate of pay is not going up with it. We get this stagflation where people are just kind of like really struggling, right? So I think that that's really a lot of that's really going on, and you can see it in the market, right? But look at these Bitcoin flows, right? 15,000. Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen that, and that's rough, man. We've been dealing with a lot of that immigration, Selmo, in New York, man. New York State has really been dealing with a lot of that, man. As well, man. It's kind of crazy, right? But we've been dealing with a ton of that in New York State, man. It just seems like the buses just keep coming, man. People look at that like that's not real. That's a real thing, man. That's a real thing. I mean, they just keep coming. Unfortunately, and one of the things, unfortunately, is we talk about the national debt, and everybody that comes, I'm not against immigration or anything like that, but just remember, everybody that is here now, more than likely, we're gonna have to take care of them for a minute, which is gonna add to the debt, right? We can't dig ourselves out of the hole when we keep adding to the debt, and that's a problem. We got IBIT, BlackRock, man. What is up with BlackRock? Yo, BlackRock, I'm telling you guys, here's where you guys gotta follow the big boys, right? BlackRock is selling the hell out of the Japanese market, right? You know, they're selling the hell out of the Japanese market. They're selling the hell out of all of their stocks and stuff in the United States markets. You see their crypto right here. This is their Bitcoin ETF, closed at $33 yesterday. It's going to open at 32.24 right now. So what do you think is going to happen with Bitcoin right now? Where do you think the price of Bitcoin is right now? If the biggest ETF is going to open up at 75 cents, let's call it 75 cents lower than what it closed yesterday, right? Well, if history tells us anything that we've been looking at for some time here on this channel, it means that Bitcoin's going to be down a little bit, right? And it is. It's not tanking like it was, but it's come down from yesterday, driven by these ETFs, right? You got the same thing going on over there, Ken? Yeah, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, man. Like I said, like I'm not against, people, you know what I'm saying, like coming, but like there's got to be a limit to that. Big Watch dude, what's up, dog? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? But I just can't, it's happening, man. It's happening. It's real. It's real. Uh Big Watch dude, what's up? So yeah, we got IBIT over here, man. It's trading about 75 cents off of where it closed yesterday. So we come over here to Bitcoin, right? Look at this market cap. Yesterday it got above that 2 trillion again, which is a great thing, because I thought we were going to make a little bit of a run at it yesterday when we got above that 2 trillion, but obviously fell below again, sitting at 1.99. Call it 2 trillion, call it what you want. It's close, right? It's close, but we're far off of that 2.5, 2.6 trillion that we were. You got the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting over here in fear again. So as much of a little bit as pump as Bitcoin had the other day, nobody's buying it. Nobody's buying it right now. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that you're seeing right here in this fear index, is really nobody's buying it. And BlackRock's really selling it. The ETF is really selling it off. But BlackRock's selling off a lot of stocks, man, around the world, around the country, even here in the United States. I mean, they're liquidating a lot of their positions. They literally almost crushed the Japanese market the other day. Uh, with the amount of stocks that they sold off over there in that market. So, BlackRock's setting itself up for something. They know something. And you got to understand when you're dealing with these, that's why I was follow the big boys, because right now, when you're dealing with somebody like BlackRock, their GDP is the only two people that hold more money than BlackRock is the United States and China. They hold more money than every other country that's out there, right? So when these guys start liquidating stuff, you know what the deal is. Yeah, 100,000. So pay attention. And JP Morgan, the largest bank, like we started out with that, the largest bank here in the United States is talking negatively about the future economy as well. And so like these guys know, man. These guys know what the deal is. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait until after the FOMC meeting. I'm not worried. Like if I miss the bottom on Bitcoin here at 55,000, right? 55,700. I'm not going to worry about it if I have to buy it at 56, 57. I want to make sure that I'm in a good position. I'm in a good position with the market before I really start to throw even more money into the market. Got to make sure. Uh, Damn, you got that many over there too, Ken? We do too, man. We do too. Like I said, like I'm not against immigration. Like I just like we have to we have to we have to do it the right way. Um, you know what I mean? We got to do it the right way. Uh, and it can't just be a free for all, guys. Like, cause at the end of the day, it costs, right? And then when we get over here, I told you guys, like when we talk about the world's economy, right? The world economy is ran off of bonds, right? That's how the economy is ran around the world, not just in the United States, but around the world. And when you look at the bond markets, right? Look at where them bond markets are, right? There's not one bond market right now that's in green, right? Which means what? You got to pay interest on all of these bonds that are now tanking. So now you have to even print more money to cover the interest on these bonds to prop them bonds up to actually cover the debt that these bonds were created to cover. So situation over here is getting a little scary. Uh no bounds. I think a lot of this stuff is by design. But you got to print, even more money to cover this. And that's the scary piece, right? That's the scary piece from where we're at right now. So that's kind of why I'm waiting. Um, and I'm going to take the lead from the big boys of when to start putting money back into these markets. Um, I know that's usually not what we do. We usually go against the grain and say, okay, the big boys are trying to scare us out of the market. It's not that they're trying to scare me out of the market. What it is you have to look at the reality of the situation, right? And not a lot of people do, look at the complete reality of the situation, right? But Bitcoin's sitting at 56. Yeah, 56, 56.7 right now. So, it's making a move. You know what I mean? It's down on a day. It had a good day yesterday. Regardless of what you look at this and say, well, it looks like it's down 0.7% on a day. Really, 0.7% is pocket change when it comes to Bitcoin. But it had a really good day yesterday. Ethereum had a decent day yesterday too. It was hanging on. Um, at one point over the weekend, we were talking about Ethereum at 2,100. So it started to bounce back a little bit up into this 23 range. And you have to expect people to start taking profits on this ride up, especially big money that's in there. You got to remember every time this thing flips $1,000, that means somebody's making $1,000 off the Bitcoin that they have. And a lot of these big boys have multiple, right? And you see a lot of these dead wallets start to come back up too. So a lot of these dead wallets in the Bitcoin that have sat dormant for a long while are starting to pop back up. They're starting to move money around. They're starting to move it to the exchanges, and they're looking to bail out a little bit, right? So you know, you got to expect a little bit of sell pressure inside of Bitcoin itself, which puts sell pressure inside of the whole crypto market in general, especially when these dead wallets start to wake up. Because a lot of these guys are actually holding on to a lot of crypto, and you know, it's just been sitting dormant for a while. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I seen that Selmo, like they issue like, and BlackRock's all about crypto. And you know, I mean, BlackRock is selling, man. They're selling a lot of their assets, man. They are selling, man. But the one I want you guys to look at here is Solana, right? When you look at Solana and you just look at the performance of Solana over the past year, Solana has actually outperformed the market over the last year. You know, you go back, you pull the chart up for a year, it's actually outperformed that market. So I like where Solana is right now. I think that Solana is going to have a good run when this market starts to turn around. Will it 10x? I don't think so. Will it 5x? Maybe. You know, you may get a 5x out of Solana, which is a good run for Solana, right? That's a good run in a bull market for Solana. But I do think that Solana is going to have a nice run. They've outperformed the market. They're still putting a good amount of volume through that blockchain. So I just like where they are right now. A 50% crash. I don't know if we're going to go a 50% crash. And it would provide us all with a great opportunity, Ken. It would absolutely provide us all with a great opportunity. I don't know if it'll be a 50% crash, but I do expect some downturn here. I do expect the market to come down a little bit further than what it is, right? Well, will Bitcoin ever hit 40K again? You know, it's crypto, and I'm never going to sit here and say no, but the possibility is not likely, right? It's not likely, but could we see it? It's crypto. Anything could happen, right? We trade in a volatile market, right? But I don't think so. Like, you know, I can see a pullback to the you know 50, 52, somewhere up in there. Will we see a 45? I don't think so. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You know, and the Solana ETFs have really been pushed back, and they've caught a little bit of heat over there in the Solana ETFs. We know Van Eck put that out there to the feds. I don't think it's going to happen. I told you guys when they put it out there, if it does happen, maybe 2025, middle or end. I don't think that the Fed is ready to approve any more ETFs here in 24. And if they do approve another ETF, it's probably going to be XRP. I'm surprised Sol hasn't an outage. Me too. I'm surprised too, Seiko. I'm surprised so the Solana blockchain is actually holding on as well as it is. Maybe the patches worked. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. We're gonna see, right? Solana still has to perform in this bull market that's coming with probably 2 times the amount of volume that they seen during the bear market. So their blockchain still has to perform at that high level. Will we see an outage? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what happens. That a Solana outage is always a strong possibility. It is always a strong possibility. Because that blockchain, it's not as stable as everybody thinks it is. Well, I shouldn't say that. They could have fixed it, right? With the patches, we don't know because they haven't seen that level of volume through there yet. But historically, it hasn't been as stable as the rest. XRP is starting to be used in some other countries. But XRP is one of these things where I would like some clarity as to what's going on over there with XRP in general, and the stable coins and the ledger and all that. There seems to be a lot of news around this stuff, that some good, some not so good. But I think XRP is going to have it's going to have a run. Now, is XRP going to go to $10 or $100 like people are saying? That's a tall task, right? Let's just be honest. That's a tall task. For this bull run, right? Like, will it ever get there? Who knows, right? But for this bull run, that's a tall task. That's a 10x from here is $5, right? It's at $53. A 10x is $5, right? And for any project with a market cap this size, right? A 10x is a lot of volume. Fake outages, probably. No, them were some real outages, man. Them were some real ones, brother. A lot of people lost a lot of cash over there, Seiko, when them outages happened. So when you get to the market cap and you just do the math, right? A 10x on any of these projects, right? Any of these projects in the top 10, top 20, a 10x is going to be hard. It's just, the math just doesn't work. It just doesn't work. And with the amount of token supply, with the market cap volume, it's just hard to wrap your head around that, right? So when you look at it, like $5 is a 10x for XRP, and that's nothing to sneeze at. That's nothing to be ashamed of. That's nothing to look at and say, oh, we didn't make it to 50, we didn't make it to 100, we didn't, that's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, a 10x on a top 10 token is phenomenal gains, right? I just sat here and said that I didn't think Solana was going to do a 10x. A 10x for Solana would be $1,331 right now. I just don't see Solana getting to that level of pricing with the market cap, the supply, and the amount of buying and selling pressure that'll go on as that goes up, right? Can Solana make it to 500? I believe it can. I think that's probably where it's going to top out at. That's probably where people will really start to buy and sell that thing. And a lot of people will start to dump the charts pretty hard at them levels, right? It's no different than if you come down here and look at XRP. You look at a $3 level for XRP, you've got to understand that people are going to dump the hell out of them charts at $3. They're going to dump the hell. I mean, there's been a lot of people holding. Some people are still in this thing at $1 as their average cost. I know people like that. They're going to dump the hell out of that chart at $3. So will you get a rebound off of that? Yeah, you probably will. Hopefully you'll see that $5 range and move on. But, I want to be realistic. WinWillCrypto.com. I think that Crypto.com it's really that migration with Matic is really up to Matic itself in the token allocations and making sure that Crypto.com has their new tokens, they have their supply. They have to zero out when these migrations happen. They have to zero everybody out that's on the exchange. They basically have to, take your tokens that you have now, zero you out, put your new tokens in. So it's a process, right? It really is a process. And but if you excuse me, but if you want to be on any exchange for a migration, you really want to be on Coinbase, you want to be on Crypto.com, you want to be on Binance, you want to be on some of these bigger ones because you know that they're going to do it right. So yeah, it's really all based on that supply allocation when it comes over, and how fast they can zero everybody out heat, and how fast they can bring the new token on board. And then they have to set up all the trading pairs, right? They have to set up all the trading pairs. on their exchange, which can take a little bit. So I don't know. I would anticipate it wouldn't take crypto.com too long though. They have it. They have a lot of experience in this area. But you look at Tron. I think Tron's in for a good run, guys. When they launched that meme coin platform over there, it's really going really well. They're seeing a lot of volume over there. I think Tron's going to be in for a good run. Now, again, let's talk about Tron's price action, right? Sitting at 15 cents right now, right? When you look at it, a 10x is $1.50. Again, a lot of volume, sitting at number 10 right now. A lot of volume to make that happen. So be realistic. I see some people putting price predictions out here on Tron of $150, $200, $300. Possibly at some point, yeah, maybe in the future, but this bull run, if you can pull off a 10x, get the hell out, right? Get the hell out, right? So, because that's a lot, man. That's just a lot of it's a lot. So, but yeah, I mean, it looks like here the market is starting to look halfway decent on the hour, right? It's starting to look halfway decent on, not so much on the day. Not so much on the day. Looks blood red on the day, but when you come over here and you look at the hour, it looks like it's filling in pretty nice today. On coming into this trading morning, right? So it looks like this is as green as we seen the market in days, right? On an hourly level. On an hourly level, this is as green as we've seen the market in days, right? So we've got to take this day and enjoy it. So far, I think it's going to be okay. Looking good. We'll keep an eye on it. We'll keep an eye on that, and it looks like the IBIT trust is still starting to leak out today. We talked about the AI tokens taking a little bit of a hit after the Apple. Coinbase Layer 2 success shows power of marketing over cutting edge tech. Layer 2, they're talking about on-chain summer here, as Base starts to wrap up on-chain summer. The 2 million wallets that they were able to accomplish here in the on-chain summer looks really good. For them, volume has been down on the Base chain, I will tell you that, but they did have successful on-chain summer. They did have success in onboarding new people. They had success in the minting of the NFTs and all that. But it does go to show you that a lot of these layer 2s are still here, right? A lot of these layer 2s are still going to make a push to the upside here in this run, right? A lot of them are still going to make the push. So I think we'll make this push to the upside here, guys. So, I mean, it's just, it is what it is, right? Sorry about that. I didn't answer that message real quick. That was work. So, and to answer that real quick, we'll get over here to the DeFi side a little bit. Yo, smash that like button, guys. We got 37 people up in here between X and YouTube. Go ahead and smash that like button, guys. Appreciate it. Appreciate everything. So, smash that like button. Take care of that. Get over here to the DeFi side, guys, and then I got to get to work. That's work calling me now, so I got to get out of here pretty soon. But crypto journey. 45 cents. We're making a comeback. We're making a comeback, guys. We're making a comeback here. So it's that's a good sight to see. That's a good sight to see. Rodney's over here making a little bit of a comeback. The token's making a comeback, so that's nice. We have Neroni over here, sitting at 16 cents. Again, riding the wave of the uptrend of the market. Not doing too bad, hanging on right now. We have Moon. We haven't talked about Moon Boy in a while. Moon Boy seems to be holding on pretty well here, so not too bad. Not too bad for Moon Boy holding on in this market. Moby, not doing too bad either. Not doing too bad either in this market. Brett, you guys know I love Brett, right? Brett sitting at 7.6 right here. I think as the blockchain starts to come up, if you gotta go, bro, we understand. Yeah, I'm gonna go in a second, but Brett here is sitting pretty solid here at 7 cents. Not doing too bad at all. I like Brett here. I like Brett anytime it's under $1 billion. We like that. So we like that. So Turbo. Sorry, Daniel. My girl. Yeah, it is what it is, bro. So, but yeah, Turbo here is taking a trip to the downside. So we'll see what happens over there. Jasmine, you guys know 1.9 here. It looks like it wants to climb back up into this 2-cent range. It really looks like it wants to climb back up here. I think it's comfortable there. I think that's kind of where things should be. So I like Jasmine here at this 2-cent range. I think it'll get there. Pepe, we talked about it when it was 75070. Looks like it wants to start climbing a little bit in this market as well. Pepe needs to go ahead and get this zero back and go to 4 zeros, guys. It really does. I think that we're rolling pretty good here, guys. So let's see here. Selma. So yeah, I think Pepe, Pepe's got a lot of zeros to bust here, and I think they're gonna do it. I think that they're gonna be fine. I think Pepe's gonna bust a lot of zeros. I think that they're gonna be good with that. So I think Pepe is gonna be decent here, guys. So let's see here. What else do we got going on? Not really a lot going on in the DeFi sector. I mean, everything's pretty much just kind of trading either sideways or down. Looks like the biggest gainer here on our list is Daddy. Daddy seems to be really climbing out of this hole. I mean, it's in a deep hole. I mean, this thing was $1 something, so it's definitely in a deep hole. But it seems to still be getting a little bit of volume over there, a little bit of upside movement over there. So with that, guys, we've been through everything. We've been through DeFi. We've been through the market. Let's go ahead and check this market again. Your boy got some stuff to do early this morning at work, so we're going to go ahead and get right into there. Market cap still sitting at 1.99 trillion. Bitcoin still sitting at 56.8, trying to get back to 56.7, my bad. Trying to get back to that 57 mark. So we'll see what happens this morning as the morning moves on. The market looks really good this morning. Looks like it wants to fill in with some good volume today. I expect that market cap to be back up into that $2 trillion mark when everything opens back up this morning. I think everything's trading pretty well. So, we'll take that. We'll take that, right? But yeah, I think we're in for a halfway decent day in the market today. So, enjoy it. Enjoy it. And we'll be back at you guys on Friday with an update And I'll see you guys on Friday with an update. I got to get, like I said, I got some early morning stuff I got to get to today for work. So it was absolutely great to actually be able to hang out with you guys for about 45 to 50 minutes, man. And I really appreciate every single one of you guys stopping by, and we'll do this thing again Friday morning and see where the market takes us. Smash that like button on your way out. Smash that subscribe button on your way out. Smash that share button on your way out. And we'll see you guys Friday morning, and we are up out of here. Bye.